All right, good afternoon from Maitland, Nova Scotia, and I'm in the grounds of the W.D. Lawrence House, which unfortunately hasn't opened yet for the season, even though it's the May long weekend. I just wanted to do a little video clip because I hadn't put one up for a while. This area is kind of special for me, considering that it's, it's a provincial historic museum that I've been coming to since I was a little kid, but also you could say it's a National Historic Site as well, because the namesake of the house, W.D. Lawrence, built the largest sailing ship in Canada, and they launched it right out there on what is Cobequid Bay and part of the estuary for the Shubenacadie Canal. Many years ago, when the Nova Scotia Museum started its program of acquiring buildings such as this and turning them into museums, they wanted to preserve the history of the area. And over the last 40 years, since I was a kid that I could remember coming in and out of here, they have upgraded it. Now, some of these areas also, it can say it's now controlled by the local county. But Maitland is a special place in itself because it's actually a National Historic District. So as you can see from the interpretive panels here, this area was a seaport. They built ships along this area and they traveled all over the world. Let me put that into a perspective. The entire planet, they sent ships from here to trade all over the world. Well, specifically wherever nations that were friendly with British trade, and of course Canada, still in its infancy, still very much was queen and empire, and then king and empire, and so on and so on. But this area really, I've always been fascinated by this area, and I have to do some cadet training tonight, and I had some extra time on my hands, so I finished up some work on my basic officer's course and my mowing my lawn. I decided to go for a drive. So here we are, and it's a beautiful little spot, and it's a absolutely gorgeous sunny day, so I didn't feel like sitting around in my house until I had to drive into Truro. So I figured I'd drive out this way, make a little video clip, and just take a look around. Now, as far as I know, the museum will probably open in June. I'm probably not going to have a chance to come out here. That's the commemoration plaque for W.D. Lawrence, the ship itself, and the name. So it was built in 2 years, 1872, 1874. She was employed in the Atlantic and Oriental, or Far East trades for about 8 years until she was sold to Norwegian buyers in 1883, which that's pretty amazing that it traveled all over the world that much. The ship, as they show here, it was massive. So this is quite... So the ship, the W.D. Lawrence, did 53,055 miles from December 1874 to June 1877. So it went to Maitland, to St. John, to Liverpool, to Le Havre, to the Cape of Good Hope, to Aden, to Callao, to Peru, and then around Cape Horn. So quite amazing. So, wow. Now it says here that it actually put him about $27,000 in debt. But in the 8 years of sailing her worldwide, she actually cleared the debt, and he made a profit of $140,000. So she sailed for another 14 years, but she was demasted and condemned in 1897. She capsized and sank near Dakar, West Africa. So It's kind of sad that some of these ships, the same thing sort of happened to the Blue Nose. The end of the age of sail really put communities like this out of business, more or less. The only reason why this particular village still is in existence is because it's, well, take a look at the beautiful surroundings out here. It's beautiful. It's, you have that, priceless view out on the water. There's camping sites out here. The village still has a general store. It's actually the oldest general store in Canada, still in operation. It amazingly enough still has a post office. The bank that was out here closed, I believe, probably 30 odd years ago, but there is an ATM in the general store, and surprisingly enough, there's also a liquor store. Anyway, I thought I'd just give a nice little loop around, and I'm gonna have to head back to Truro, but it's a beautiful sunny day and a nice little spot of Canadian history out here.